And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Old Dominion's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. On the move, it's Humphrey. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the Monarchs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. On the move in the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Monarchs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
The toss to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Looking for a man, it's Flowers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on third down after that run. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. Catch in the middle, it's Roach. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Nice move to pick up yardage. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. Got out of trouble, throws. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try the left side. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Monarchs look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Mendoza. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks in the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down to the box and making big tackles. But they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, and getting the big INT.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Red Wolves moving quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Red Wolves need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle, it's Butler. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Finding open areas. Can't get him to the ground. And to use that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards. And the Monarchs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Snares it outside. It's Johnson. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Dances away. The sure hands. It's Pittman. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. And he's dragged down. The Monarchs in a good spot here with second and short. This time they'll go the running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
To the air, it's Mendoza. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. How about this on first and goal to give to the wide receiver? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Monarchs. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Caught over the middle. It's Summers. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Flowers. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Pulls it in. It's Humphrey. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Butler. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Monarchs getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mendoza. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Monarchs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on third. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got the quick pass. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll run play action. Quarterback adapted. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today.
And the Monarchs will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going to the run to start this second half. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Right back to the well. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to throw, it's Flowers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Red Wolves decide to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Trying to burn this defensive back. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page, though.
Looking for an open area to his left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Off the play fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. the gun to give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Dropping back, it's Flowers. Still looking. Grabbed in the middle, it's Little. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in the
Touchdown, Red Wolves! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ohio State is just getting blown off the field right now in Columbus, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to UCLA. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's moving out of the pocket. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pittman. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down, he'll throw it. Hit as he throws. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here on third down. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he missed it. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands. It's Roach. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Fires to the right. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Monarchs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Roach. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, ODU. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Back to throw, it's Flowers.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. And the Red Wolves are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Give to the running back. Turning it on! And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Red Wolves will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Pittman.
You hear this all the time, but you've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit gap, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And
we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the play fake. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Looking to pass, it's Flowers. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too. And this
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Bulls! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Monarchs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Throws to the tight end. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Red Wolves want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun. Here's a heat. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Floating away. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Using his legs, it's Humphrey. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Under fire. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Red Wolves want to crank the tempo.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
He's got an open man. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Tries to get it on the ground. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. To the air, it's Flowers. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably too late, barring just an epic finish.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracle miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The Monarchs can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch